Hello student, welcome to MJC Learning. This is the fourth lecture of rotational dynamics. In this lecture, we will discuss about conical pendulum. We are going to derive an expression for time period and frequency of conical pendulum. Then we will discuss about vertical circular motion. In that section, we will take two cases. First, mass tied to a string, and second, mass tied to a rod. Later, we will discuss about sphere of death and vehicle at the top of a convex overbridge. So instead of wasting time, let's start with the topic conical pendulum. Basic difference between simple pendulum and conical pendulum is that in simple pendulum, object moves along a vertical arc, while in conical pendulum, the string moves along the surface of a right circular cone of vertical axis and object performs a horizontal circular motion. So let's study about conical pendulum. Conical pendulum. The string moves along the surface of a right circular cone of vertical axis and the point object performs a uniform horizontal circular motion. Consider this figure. Consider point object at P. There are two forces acting on the point object. First, its weight mg in vertically downward direction, and second, tension T0. Tension T0 resolved into two components, T0 sin theta and T0 cos theta. T0 cos theta balances weight mg and T0 sin theta provides the necessary centripetal force. Therefore, T0 sin theta is equals to mr omega square. Call it equation number 1. And T0 cos theta is equals to mg. Call it equation number 2. Divide equation 1 by 2. So T0 gets cancelled, gets cancelled. Therefore, sin theta upon cos theta equals to r omega square upon g. This gives omega square is equals to g sin theta upon r cos theta. But from figure, r is equals to l cos theta. Here r is the radius and l is the length of the conical pendulum and theta is the angle. So sin theta is equals to r upon l. It gives r is equals to l sin theta. Substitute the value of r in this equation. Therefore, omega square is equals to g sin theta upon l sin theta into cos theta. Here sin theta gets cancelled and omega square is equals to g upon l cos theta. Therefore, omega is equals to square root of g upon l cos theta. We know that omega is equals to 2 pi by t. Therefore, 2 pi by t is equals to square root of g upon l cos theta. It gives t is equals to 2 pi into square root of l cos theta upon g. But we know that frequency is the reciprocal of time period. Therefore, n is equals to 1 upon 2 pi into square root of g upon l cos theta. Here, t is the time period of conical pendulum and n is the frequency of conical pendulum. Let us study about vertical circular motion. Two types of vertical circular motions are commonly observed in practice. First, speed is not totally controlled by gravity, such as motion of giant wheel, and second, vertical circular motion controlled by gravity. In this case, we initially supply necessary energy, then onwards the entire kinetics is governed by the gravitational force. During the motion, there is interconversion of kinetic energy and potential energy. We are going to consider only the latter case, where vertical circular motion controlled by gravity. Consider case 1, when mass tied to a string and whirl in a vertical plane. We have to find the minimum velocity required to a point object at upper, lower and middle position to perform a vertical circular motion. Here note that the velocity of the point object cannot be zero at the uppermost position. Let us assume uppermost position A. Both mg and Ta are in downward direction. Their resultant force provides necessary centripetal force. Therefore, mg plus Ta is equals to mv square upon r. Call it equation number 1. We know that Ta should be greater than or equals to 0, and for minimum possible speed at A, Ta is equals to 0. Put values of Ta in equation number 1. So mg is equals to mva square upon r. M gets cancelled, so we get Va minimum is equals to square root of Rg. Call it equation number 2. Now consider lowermost position at point B. Mg acts in downward direction and Tb acts in upward direction. Their resultant force provide centripetal force in upward direction. So Tb minus Mg is equals to mv square upon r. Call it equation number 3. Now using law of conservation of energy, potential energy at A plus kinetic energy at A is equals to potential energy at B plus kinetic energy at B. Potential energy at A is equals to mg into 2r plus kinetic energy is half mv square, and potential energy at B is 0 and kinetic energy is half mvb square. Therefore, mg2r plus half mva square is equals to 0 plus half mvb square. Here m gets cancelled and we get 4rg is equals to vb square minus va square. Call it equation number 4. Now using equation 2, Va minimum is equals to square root of Rg, therefore Va square is equals to Rg, and we get 4Rg is equals to Vb square minus Rg, and Vb is equals to, or Vb minimum is equals to square root of 5Rg. Now consider position when the string is horizontal, that is at point C and at point D. Consider point C. There are two forces acting on the point object. First, its weight mg in downward direction, and second, its tension Tc towards the center. Only tension provides necessary centripetal force. Therefore, Tc is equals to mv square upon r. Now again, using law of conservation of energy, potential energy at point A plus kinetic energy at point A is equals to potential energy at point C plus kinetic energy at point C. Therefore, mg into 2r plus half mva square is equals to mgr plus half mvc square. Therefore, mgr is equals to half mvc square minus half mva square. Here gets cancelled, and using equation 2, Va minimum is equals to square root of Rg. Therefore, Va square is equals to Rg. Therefore, we get Gr is equals to half into Vc square minimum minus Rg. Therefore, 2Rg is equals to Vc square minimum minus Rg, and Vc minimum is equals to square root of 3Rg. Now, to get difference in tensions at extreme position, subtract equation 1 from 2. Equation number 1 from 2. So Tb minus Ta. So Tb minus Ta is equals to 2mg plus m upon r into Vb square minus Va square. Now from equation number 4, 4rg equals to vb square minus va square. So put the value of vb square minus va square is 4rg. From equation number 4, Tb minus Ta is equals to 2mg plus m upon r into 4rg. Here r get cancelled and we get 2mg plus 4mg is equals to 6mg. Therefore, the difference between the extreme tensions depend only upon the weight of the object. Now consider second case, mass tied to a rod. In this case, the minimum speed at the uppermost point is not required since the rod is rigid and zero speed is possible at the uppermost point. Using law of conservation of energy, potential energy at A plus kinetic energy at A is equals to potential energy at B plus kinetic energy at B. Therefore, mg into 2r plus half mva square is equals to 0 plus half mvb square. Therefore, 2rg is equals to half into vb square minus va square. Here m gets cancelled. Therefore, 4rg is equals to vb square minus va square. Call it equation number 1. But zero speed is possible at A. Therefore, va minimum is equals to 0. Put values of va minimum in equation number 1. We get 4rg is equals to vb minimum square. Therefore, vb minimum is equals to square root of 4rg. Similarly, potential energy at A plus kinetic energy at A is equals to potential energy at C plus kinetic energy at C according to law of conservation of energy. Therefore, mg2r plus half mva square is equals to mgr plus half mvc square. Therefore, mgr is equals to half m into vc square minus va square. Here gets cancelled. Therefore, 2rg is equals to vc square minus va square. But va is equals to 0. Therefore, vc minimum is equals to square root of 2rg. At A, mg plus Ta provides necessary centripetal force. Therefore, mg plus Ta is equals to mva square upon r. And at B, Tb minus mg provides necessary centripetal force. Therefore, Tb minus mg is equals to mvb square upon r. Using these two equations, Tb minus Ta minus 2mg is equals to m upon r into vb square minus va square. From equation 1, Tb minus Ta is equals to 2mg plus m upon r. Here vb square minus va square is equals to 4rg. R get cancelled. So Tb minus Ta is equals to 2mg plus 4mg, which is equals to 6mg. Therefore, Tb minus Ta is equals to 6mg. Therefore, the difference between the extreme tensions depend only upon the weight of the object. Spear of Death. This is a popular show in a circus. During this, two-wheeler rider undergo rounds inside a hollow sphere. Starting with small horizontal circles, they eventually perform revolutions along vertical circles. The dynamics of this vertical circular motion is the same as that of the point mass tied to a string, except that the force due to the tension is replaced by the normal reaction force. And now, last topic of this lecture, vehicle at the top of a convex bridge. Figure shows a vehicle at the top of a convex overbridge during its motion. Forces acting on the vehicle are its weight mg in downward direction, and normal direction n in vertically upward direction. The resultant of these two must provide the necessary centripetal force in vertically downward direction if this vehicle is at the uppermost position. Thus, if v is the speed at the uppermost point, then mg minus n is equals to mv square upon r. As the speed increases, n goes on decreasing. We know that normal reaction is an indication of contact. Thus, for just maintaining contact, n is equal to 0. This imposes an upper limit on the speed as Vmax is equals to square root of Rj. If speed of the vehicle is greater than Vmax, then the vehicle leaves its circular path. We will stop here. In the next lecture, we will study about rotating body. Thank you.